topic is whatever I utter.
You're right.
You know, but I'm glad you found the show. You should continue to listen, and you'll get a real education as opposed to all that liberal brainwashing that you've gotten.
See, this is the thing with MAGA, and it's what makes me so irritated with y'all. Y'all want to change the laws to suit you. You cannot do that here in America. We got to play by these rules. Like, you can change them if you get an amendment for the Constitution and things like that, but you can't change laws just off of your feelings. And that's what this gentleman does here. He goes from talking about it's a different type of due process if a cop enters the fray with a criminal. Like, that has nothing. That's called self-defense, brother. It's not due process or anything. That's a threat to his life, and he was defending himself. Like, come on, y'all. Due process isn't that hard. It goes with the Fifth Amendment. This is crazy, y'all. Come on, man. These are civics basic 101 stuff. We really doing this here in America in 2025? We gonna pretend now this great bill, this living bill that was created, we don't appreciate it no more? We just scuffle over it because of our feelings? You don't do that here in America.
I don't know about that. You don't even know what due process means. Sir.
I know what due process means. I walked you through it. I do,
you
absolutely.
Just to military members instead.
No, I did not do any of that. What I'm telling you is that there's different types of due process for different types of crimes.
Different types of what? For what? Different types of... Show me a different type of due process. I've only heard of one, ever.
And different types of people.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that these people are not being provided.
Yes, they are. Process. Sure they are. What do you want, jury trials?
You just told me that they can be deported without trial.
That's correct. Yes. Yes, that's true. Yes.
How is that being provided?
Because they're foreign invaders into our country. There's a different type of due process.
Under the Constitution, even if you are not an American citizen, you are allowed to have due process.
As an example.
The caller is absolutely right. In the Constitution, it says any person, that could be a criminal, a billionaire, a lawyer, a judge, any person.
As an example, okay, I mentioned the death penalty murder trials. If a police officer makes a traffic stop and the person he stops pulls out a gun and points it at him, without any further due process, the police officer can give that person the death sentence and shoot them. There's a different type of process in different situations.
Different have to do with not providing a trial to people.
Because when you're an illegal invader, you're not entitled. Your due process is different than somebody who's a U.S. citizen.
Wrong. I don't want my big head in the way. But as you can see where it says equal protection and due process, what does it say in there? Look, it says any person. Going back to what I was referring to, any person. That could be a good person, a bad person. It's just a person. So I'm sorry, bro. You're wrong.
Where does it say that foreign invaders are entitled to a jury trial of their peers? And who are their peers in Tijuana?
It would be any person, Brian, because that would be their peers, because their peers could be any person. Come on.
Well, first of all, in America, as far as I understand it, it's innocent until proven guilty. So you have to prove.
Not for illegals. Not in illegals. Not for illegals. No.
You have to determine if they are illegal.
Now watch, he goes on this diatribe. Nope, I'm right. Nope. I don't care about facts. I'm in my feelings. Nope.
Nope.
That's the point.
Nope.
So you could accidentally grab someone off the street who is not illegal and deport them because they didn't get a trial, which has happened. And so there's room for error.
Really? When is that? Who's been deported? Who's been deported by accident?
I forget the name, but I can look it up for you.
You talking about Kilmar Garcia?
No.
The Maryland man? Listen, I'm out of time. I gotta run for a break. But welcome.
The gentleman he was referring to was named Andy Hernandez Ramono. He's a makeup artist. That's who he was talking about, Brian. You gotta get your facts. I bet you thought I was gonna say something bad. I was gonna say he's a news reporter, or he's reporting the news. He should have a little bit more fact-based information to to provide for people instead of giving a lot of his feelings. Or when he does that, he should say something.